Nice of you to drop in.
Hello people, I'm the Real Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about what Arkham Origins got right, because a lot of people consider this the ugly duckling of the Arkham games. I don't see it as it's not as good as the other Arkham games, but I still think it's a really good game. I really enjoyed it. There were some continuity errors and things, but I still thought it was a really good game, and I still really enjoyed it. Now, that being said, spoilers if you have not played through Arkham Origins. I'm going to be delving into it and talking about what I thought they got right. So yeah, spoilers. That's the last warning. So yeah, starting off, Joker. They got Joker down to a T. Joker was great in this game. Obviously, the voice acting wasn't as good because it wasn't Mark Hamill, but Troy Baker, he still did a great job. And everything from the Batman and Joker relationship to the Killing Joke segment was great. I love the part where how it first starts off, how it leads into the Killing Joke segment is Joker gets saved by Batman when he's falling, and it's just like, Joker's just wondering, why would Batman do this? Joker is a murderer, and he's wondering, why would this so-called hero save me? Why would he do this? I've been trying to kill him the whole time. Why would he save me? And so he's just all confused about it, and then it goes into the Killing Joke segment, seeing Joker's origin, and you get to play as him, and you see him at the comedy club, and then him getting forced into being the Red Hood. That was just so... It was awesome. Maybe my favorite part of the game was that Killing Joke part. It was so cool, and everything was great. The cinematics, everything was just great about that, and Joker and throughout the entirety of the game was great. They got Joker down great. He was one of my favorite parts of the game, and the Killing Joke part was probably my favorite part of the game. It was done really well. Now, they also got the feeling of being a detective down really well. While the sort of gameplay elements of being a detective weren't really improved, they got more the feeling of you being a detective down to me, better than the other two games. Because the other two games was like, oh, this guy's drinking alcohol, let's track him, and there still wasn't really like an essence, like a feeling like, hey, I'm being a detective. In this one, even though the computer did like all the work, that Lacey Towers murder was still epic. Hearing Batman talk about all this stuff going on, what's happening, and it was just really epic. Even though, like I said, it wasn't player controlled really, it was still really cool. Like, I loved the way Batman was explaining everything and seeing how these events played out. The Lacey Towers murder was awesome, and while they didn't do too much of that throughout the rest of the game, that Lacey Towers part was awesome. It really made me feel like a detective, even though, again, I wasn't really doing much. It still showed me what Batman knew, sort of, with how he was explaining everything, and just, it was epic. I really loved the feeling of the Lacey Towers murder, investigating it, seeing everything unfold, trying to guess what's going to happen next, and then you find all this stuff out. It was really, really cool. And they also got Bane right. Bane was better in this game than the previous Arkham games by a mile. Bane was awesome in this game. He was intimidating. His boss fights were really fun. Maybe just behind Deathstroke, I'd say. Deathstroke had a really fun boss fight, but Bane was represented really well. It was awesome because Bane was a force to be reckoned with. You never really beat Bane until the end. Up until that, you just got your butt handed to you by Bane. Even in that one fight, your objective was not to beat Bane. Your objective was wait for Jim Gordon to come because you couldn't beat him. And I thought that was really cool how they did that. And fighting Bane was so much fun, and the voice actor was great. He was intimidating. Bane was just great in this game. Unlike the previous Arkham games where he's just a big dumb idiot. And this one, he was a lot more, he still didn't show off his smarts, but he was much smarter, and every boss fight was really fun to me. It was a lot of fun. In that last boss fight, even though, he's turning into the big dumb idiot, it was still really intense. Going around when he jams your detective vision in those vents and hoping Bane doesn't smash down and pull you out was awesome, and just a great feeling. And you also got to fight with Jim Gordon in this game. That's just awesome. I loved it. I love being able to just fight with Jim Gordon. I thought that was a really cool extra little thing they added into that, being able to fight those thugs with Commissioner Gordon. Well, he's not commissioner yet, but it was really cool being able to fight with Jim Gordon. I thought that was an awesome thing they added in. And yeah, Alfred was freaking awesome in this game. Alfred was great. Him and Bruce's relationship was awesome. The only thing that kind of took away from that was the way the lips moved. It was just terrible, but Alfred, the voice actor, was great, and everything was just great about Alfred and how he interacted with Bruce. It was great. I love the line where he's like,
"You're not some hardened vigilante. You're a young man with a trust fund and too much anger."
It was so great. I loved it because he's telling Batman, he's like, you're outmatched by these assassins. I made a promise to your parents that I would protect you. I'm not doing my job right now, and it was great. And then that part where Alfred is sort of ish dead, like Batman believes he's dead when Bane attacks. That was so cool. Even though obviously you knew Batman wasn't gonna die because he's in the future Arkham games, it was still really cool seeing that play out and seeing Bane go and attack Alfred. Well, you didn't see it, but you know what I mean. Having to rush to the Batcave to get to Alfred. It was just an awesome part of the game, and I thought it was great. And Alfred was just great in this game because in Arkham City he wasn't in it too much, and we didn't get enough Alfred. In this, we got a lot of Alfred, and Alfred was great. And I loved being able to talk to him, and they even had an achievement for having Alfred be able to say all the lines in the game. It was so cool, and then him being obsessed with the giant bat in the Batcave. Alfred was just awesome in this game. And I personally preferred the city in this game to Arkham City's. It was just a little bit bigger, not very much, but I loved the look of it, of all the snow and the neon lights, and I just thought it was really cool. And going around the city was a lot of fun, exploring it. I thought it was more. I thought the city looked a little bit better in this game. I don't mean graphics wise, because obviously it's going to be better because it came out later. But I mean in just the pure look of it, the like sort of structure. It just looked cooler, even though a lot of it was just taken from Arkham City. With all the snow and neon lights, it just looked really cool, and seeing the city not being destroyed, seeing a younger Gotham, it was really cool, and I loved exploring the city. I thought it was a really awesome city to explore. And yeah, the DLC in this game was really fun, surprisingly, because with the Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC, it was just meh. It wasn't very good. With this, I personally really enjoyed the Initiation DLC. I liked the structure of that, just having cutscenes connecting challenge maps. I thought that was pretty cool, and the challenge maps were really awesome looking. You had ninjas with guns. It was pretty cool, and the Cold Heart. I loved being in Wayne Manor. Wayne Manor, I wish there would have been more Wayne Manor, but it was really awesome, and the XE suit was pretty cool looking. The DLC was really good in this game, which was surprising because Rocksteady was just not very good with their story DLC. In Arkham City, but this was really cool, and it was surprising, but the DLC was really good. Now, as you can see from all the previous things I've said, this game, I really enjoyed the epicness of it. It carried the epicness from the previous two games into this one. It still had it, and the cinematics really helped with that. The cinematics were much different than the previous games. The previous game cinematics were really close to the in-game graphics, so that way when it transitioned from cutscene to in-game, it was very smooth, to where this wasn't as much because they were a lot different looking, but I still really liked that. I thought the cinematics were really cool, added more of a bit more of a movie element, and it looked really awesome. The cinematics were really great, and just the ambience of this game carried from the beginning to the end. The ambience was great. It was so epic feeling, and I loved it, and they did a great job with that. And lastly, the multiplayer was fun. While not refined at all, it was a lot of fun. Just look at games like Battlefield, which is pretty much still in beta. I still have a ton of fun with it, though. Same with the Arkham Origins. I had a ton of fun with this game. I still play multiplayer from time to time when I can find a match. It's just so much fun being able to be Batman and Robin and go against the thugs. There were things, obviously a lot of things that could use improving, but it was plain fun to play. It just was, and all the different skins you could use, and the customization was really good. I just wish they would have refined it more. That's all I asked. They didn't even need to add anything else. Just refine it so it's not as glitchy. Make it easier to get into games. But yeah, that's my opinion on Arkham Origins, on what they got right. Obviously, there was a good amount that they got wrong, but to me, this was the big stuff that stood out that they got right. But yeah, please let me know in the comments below what was your guys' favorite part of Arkham Origins, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.